Alright, what it do?
We back, baby.
This is episode 15, Where There's Smoke. I forgot what the camera is. And today we have a special guest in the building.
Appreciate y'all.
Our homie
Ace in the
Tyler.
hole.
Yes, sir.
So, you have anything you want to jump off and say before we kind of, just to get going?
My name's Tyler. Been buds with these two yahoos for a few years now.
Yeah. We'll get into kind of the thing, kind of help him get into the groove of thing and kind of introduce him to the show. I think we really got to be good friends kind of around the time we all like got into Flat Earth around like 2015.
Yeah.
But today we're going to kind of go over, let me see, let me pull up the notes. We're going to go over the ship that hit the bridge in Baltimore. That's like a huge thing in the nation right now. We're going to go over, I don't know who's seen them, but I've been seeing a lot of AI copilot. It's like a new thing. I think it's with Microsoft, and it's like just another one of the things that's being pushed with AI. And AI is like a huge thing, of course, this decade.
To say the least.
Yeah. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff to flesh out with that. Then, of course, the thing that's been huge over the past like 6 months, but especially the last month or two, is everything going on with P. Diddy and like all the allegations, the court case. Like, it's just like a toilet paper fucking roll that's unraveling. So we're going to get into that. And then we're going to round out with some of the, I've been covering the campaign stuff a little bit heavy. So there's the stuff with Trump and how he's asking for, there's a lot of stuff on the money end that's coming into play with him and him asking for like help and campaign contributions. And then to round it out, we're going to go into this. It's one of the newest conspiracy theories that's been one of the most prominent ones over the past year or two. And it has to do with the end times. And if you're familiar with the Bible and Christianity and kind of revelations, and it has to do with a specific part of that. And the Israelites believe in sacrificing a red heifer to kind of kickstart some of this stuff. So we're going to kind of get into that and give our opinions and thoughts on that. So that's kind of the topics for the day. So, but first we're going to start off just kind of getting to know Tyler and some of his perspectives on things. So we all three grew up in Lockhart, which is pretty much like a suburb. Well, it's almost damn near a suburb of Austin.
Yeah, Shipville.
Small town outside of it.
Small town outside of Austin.
For sure.
So like
good barbecue, small town.
It has its own vibes, but it's heavily influenced by Austin too.
Right.
Yeah, whenever we were growing up, there wasn't even a super Walmart. That's what I'm saying.
There's the old Walmart.
Yeah, small ass HEB,
movie theater.
I mean, a few greasy fast food spots.
Yeah.
We were jumping up and down whenever we got Whataburger. So
yeah,
that kind of tells you, the size of it. It's a lot bigger now, though. I'd probably say it probably doubled.
Oh man.
Yeah.
If not, then close.
Like the past 10 years, I'd say. Yeah.
A lot of people are moving there just to be close enough to Austin from wherever.
Yeah.
I would say barbecue is like a huge thing. We're like one of the barbecue capitals. I think we are the barbecue capital, but like there's a few other places that lay claim to like being big.
Well, I feel like now kind of the surrounding areas, I mean, definitely started getting on that level. It's like, come on, dude.
But we always had like 3 or 4. Now we have like 5 barbecue spots, and then we always had like 3 or 4 good local Mexican restaurants, and like so it's just like a
they
small,
were decent
like,
Mexican
local
restaurants,
town. Yeah. Well, we had Mr. Taco, Garcia's,
Guadalajara.
I mean,
shout out Mario's Tacos.
Shout out Mario.
OG.
Fuck with that.
Yeah, it was a good taco truck in Lockhart.
Yeah, that was the OG spot. But
yeah.
Other than that, there's really nothing that was like homemade or like Mr. Taco, Garcia. They'll get it done for you,
but it's not crazy.
But it's like, dude, some homemade, like really good Mexican food with some homemade tortillas.
Yeah,
it's like but yeah, barbecue was
the main thing.
There used to be a couple shops down the square and shit, like little cafes and all that.
Oh yeah.
There's always been some of those.
The bakery.
Yeah. Ooh, the bakery was
bakery.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
Yeah. So, and then that's kind of Lockhart was just kind of like simple small town type shit. I was gonna ask you coming up, one of the things that was like kind of important to you and helped like earn a little side money and maybe even a little more than that for you was you were like pretty into the shoe game.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you want to talk about that, like kind of maybe like basic ass question, but like what got you into that, and like maybe everybody when they're growing up has little things they get introduced to, but what like really pushed you towards that and got you like interested in that more than just like buying a couple shoes here and there?
Oh, for sure. And it's actually a funny story. So I grew up skateboarding, and I used to like just mostly rock skateboarding shoes, like I don't know, up until about 12, 13. But like I always specifically hated on like high tops. I wasn't a fan of basketball shoes at all. And
Dude,
so,
that's all I wore back in the day.
Oh, for sure. Most people have always, held that down.
I used to get made fun of though because I would only wear basketball shoes.
Only
I'd be trying to go out in some basketball shoes.
Yeah.
TJ be like, "What are you doing?"
It's good. It's good. But nah, so I was probably, man, I think I was about 16 when I really got into shoes. So probably like sometime at like 15, 16 years old. I remember being on Twitter at the time, and I saw a picture probably for the first time of some Jordan 7s in this, it's called the chambray colorway, where it's like a black suede and it has little hints of like gray and baby blue. Okay. And I saw that, just the right picture at the right angle, and I was just kind of like, ooh,
it's kind of like
those are pretty clean. Yeah,
it's kind of like the granite effect.
Yeah, almost the granite effect.
Whenever you look at the granite,
just, ooh. But yeah, no, that's, man, I saw that pair of Jordan 7s for the first time, and man, I started really getting into shoes. So I liked it for what it was, before like the business aspect.
And what year was that? Probably
like you said, what?
I was 15, I was 16, so I was probably like 2012, something like that. Yeah, 2011, 2012 was when I was like really like, like open my eye to it. Yeah. And then so, I was working at McDonald's at the time, living with my dad. So I just, save up a little bit of money, started buying a few pair of J's, and yeah, no, I just really got into it from there. I started, learning the market, buying, selling, trading. And, before you realize you have like 120, 130 pairs just lined up all against the fucking wall in your room. Yeah. So
nice.
No, for sure. It was a good, it started off as, a passion, always has been, but there definitely was, a little, like side business, hustle aspect to it as well. Or make some decent money on the side.
Nice.
And the reason it was easy for you is because it was fun.
For sure. Cause I enjoyed it. Right. Yeah. And then, I started going to a lot of like sneaker shows and conventions, and so
that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, for sure. Man,
met a lot of people through the shoe game too.
Yeah, man.
Like, there's a lot that goes into it.
Between San Antonio and Austin, like, not to brag or boast or anything, but like I have a pretty decent reputation as far as like people know I do good business, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I wear 11.
You've done a lot of greasy shoe deals, right?
Oh man, hundreds. Yeah, I've just random shoe deals. Yeah. And
that's not even counting like the online aspect.
No, right. Yeah, I've sold a bunch of online stuff too, but
dope.
Yeah, no, for sure. I remember like one of the first conventions I went to was called Austin Kick Fest, probably in like 2015, something like that. My dad went with me and helped me out, like set up and everything. It was dope. Yeah,
okay.
It was a good experience. And yeah, from there, just I've hit up sneaker shows in pretty much the major cities: Houston, Austin, Dallas, San Antonio, and it's always a good time. There's like celebrities will pop up every now and again. Like I saw Johnny Dang last year.
You'd be surprised who shows up, right?
Shaq. Actually, we'll get into it a little bit later, but yeah, Trump showed up to one in Philadelphia like last
you
month
said
or something. Trump, yeah.
Whoa.
He dropped his own signature line of shoes. Yeah, I mean, we'll get into it. It's good, yeah. No, but for sure, yeah. Ever since then, man, I sold off most of my shoes just to help out with bills and staying ahead and paying off school and stuff like that. I probably have maybe 30, 40 pairs right now of just random stuff, low key, nothing too crazy. I have a few hidden gems, but yeah, no, I've been like directly out of the sneaker game, I would say, for maybe 3-4 years, but I'm still like adjacent to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I know enough about the market to where I have a good idea if someone comes to me for like advice or like where to source a shoe. I can,
oh come on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's never gonna leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's dope. Trying to think. Is there anything else you can think of relating to like? Before we move on, but specifically to the shoe game, is there anything else you can think about that?
Oh, no.
Not really?
Nah, but I was going to... If you're done with the shoe
Where's
game...
the furthest you've traveled because of that? Like, obviously you've been to Dallas, Houston, but like, is there anywhere out of state?
Did you ever take it like real far?
No. Probably Dallas was the farthest I've gone for
That's
it.
Some big dog shit, though, for
sure.
some shoes.
I mean, there were times where I was in Lockhart and, met someone like North Austin or Southside San Antonio for a shoe deal. So, I mean, that's a good, at least hour and a half one way.
San Antonio, that little 2-hour stretch of highway, you have a lot of fucking money and people willing to buy.
Oh my goodness,
shit,
man!
so.
Yeah,
everyone wears
shoes
for
sure.
So,
and I have a decent size foot. I wear like 11 and a half is my true size. So anywhere between like 11, 12 is where I've had
that's
shoes at. So
common.
Yeah, and for all the guys that have a little bit bigger feet, or I'm pretty cool with them. Yeah.
Nice.
No Diddy.
Nah,
like if we're done with the shoe game, I was just gonna kind of talk about I guess back in elementary school, me and Tyler, we hated each other.
Classic story,
but
man.
we had like no reason to actually hate each other, so it was just clowning. And but yeah, we kind of knew each other. We always saw each other, and we were kind of affiliated with some of the same people in high school, but we just never really had any classes.
Right.
And then we just pretty much got cool after high school.
Yeah.
Got into Flather and shit. Was clowning.
I think y'all had y'all's big mutual friend in common was TJ.
Pretty much.
TJ Torres. No
yeah,
one's gonna know,
but then TJ was friends with Ronald, and then
But that would be
mean,
the common link between, right?
Yeah, Ronald was cool with Tyler.
Right.
No one knows him, but I think TJ.
And then Zach was always really cool with
Mario, Zach.
cool.
Zach was always really cool with
TJ,
Tyler because
yeah.
they always
There's a
lived
lot
like.
Oh yeah, dude. Me and Zach
They were
grew up
homies
together
back in
at
the day, big
Summerside.
homies
We're
back in the
neighbors,
day.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So.
Y'all aren't gonna know them, but local Lockhart people. So shout out to all the
Shout out the homies, man.
all the
Always.
homies.
Oh yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, one last thing on the shoe thing before we kind of get away from that. What is one shoe that if you could pick is like your good old standby that like you'll still go back and buy to this day because it's really comfortable or the price is right or some
Right.
give
Ooh.
us a little something.
He has little.
Man, that's
What I've heard from a lot of people is I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but the Hirachi,
Oh yeah, man.
which is
those
like
are-
usually around $100 and pretty comfortable. But is there
For
one like
sure.
that?
100.
100, 120, I think. I saw it at the outlet for like around
1 to
100.
150. Oh man, you can grab some at the outlet for $50-$60 sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think retail's probably like 120, 130, and maybe for like a premium version it could go up to 150.
But is there
It's not
something?
too weird.
Is that one, or is there one similar to that where you're like?
Yes, there's
for
a
the
similar
price
one.
and for the comfortability.
Honestly, it would be Hirachis are very, very good go-to. Those run a little small, so like those I have to get at least bare minimum of 12.
Okay.
And it still kind of fits like a glove. It's like a sock kind of shoe almost.
Is it? Is it? When you say that, are you talking about more of the length, or are you talking about like the width as well?
The length.
Okay.
'Cause,
Because
like,
if it's like a real narrow ass
No,
shoe,
it's not super narrow.
I can't do that. Yeah.
Now, like if
I'll be chilling with the hog dick. I only wear like 10 and a half, but my shit's pretty wide.
I hear you. No, that one, it's just like the back kind of like goes in to like form to your Achilles, like your heel almost.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so like that's why like you go like half a size up at least, and it fits like a glove pretty much.
It gets
But
pretty
man, yeah,
safe.
like Logan said, my go-to would be like a Hirachi, or man, I put Weston on. We talk about all the time too. The Ultra Boost, man, Adidas.
Okay.
Dude, I stand by that.
That boost technology, man, it's like walking on clouds. It's so comfortable. It's
Yeah,
not the
dude,
best for
Logan-
support.
And
It's
that's
not.
what Kanye was.
I don't know, man. I have to
with
argue
all
that.
Kanye took inspiration pretty much from the Ultra Boost to make his Yeezys.
Okay.
Yeah, because they use the same boost technology. Yeah.
Dude, I've even balled in them. Like, it wasn't the best idea balling in them, but
No,
it's like,
it
dude,
wasn't
they
terrible.
they have good support compared to a lot of the other shoes.
It's just with
okay.
that one, the whole upper is like a yarn, like almost sock material, so it's not really gonna. It's not
Huge
made to
su-
secure your ankle
support.
or
Yeah.
give the
It's
best.
like a good
support,
walking
but
shoe.
It's a good walking every day. Just yeah.
Dude, Logan, you got to get some, bro. They're
Okay.
crazy.
What's
They're-
what? How much are they?
I think retail.
You got to
man's
spend a
around-
little bit, but
Retail's like maybe 200, but like you can catch them on sale all the time.
they look good too,
all
though.
the time. Yeah, no, for sure. There's some good colorways and everything.
It's basically the shoes I'm always wearing, those black ones.
Oh, okay.
With
The
the
black
gum bottom,
Adidas. Yeah. And they don't crease either.
No, it's like a yarn. There's no like
Okay,
leather or anything.
nice.
Yeah, you can keep them pretty fresh.
Okay.
Hold on. One more thing before we touch on, I just want to give you my side of the me and Weston growing up story and all that stuff. So yeah, so like we really got cool like probably like a little bit after we all turned 21. Started hitting the clubs like you said. We had some mutual friends and stuff like that. So we'd like be around and say what's up to each other. But
Oh, yeah. One time whenever we went to TJ's, that's when we started like really talking.
Mhm.
And I introduced like Vlad to a bunch of people. And
yeah,
most people like weren't fucking with it. And like you were just like kind of on the fence.
I was like at first I was obviously the initial reaction
But
is
everyone
to
was kind of entertained.
call it
so,
crazy, but
yeah.
nah. And then you're like nah, like let me just show you in something and give it a chance. And all you did, and there was a few things just up front off the rip that I couldn't deny. And so I was just
How
like,
could you?
oh, okay, wow. From there, yeah. No, but yeah, we really started getting cool and hanging out more after we were like 21. Going to bars and stuff like that with the friends, just stepping out. But yeah, growing up, we were like not like worst enemies, man, but pretty much we did not like each other. It was
There's
some
some
beef brewing.
competition.
And it was just that like little boy growing up, shit like just competitive,
Yeah.
And it's good looking back now. I'm glad it happened because it's something that needs to happen. Push you out of your comfort zone a little bit and make you want to strive to be better. And like the old adage goes, iron sharpens iron. So.
Yeah.
For sure, but it was funny, man. Like second, third grade in PE, we'd just be going back and forth playing, gym games, stuff like that, and Weston and one of his buddies just be, just get up, and I would just get up, back and forth.
We wanted the other one dead.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask too. This is something that I don't know what you feel like is interesting to share about it, but I'll kind of just leave it to you. But I feel like it's something a lot of people relate to. You went to Texas State, so you kind of got me and Weston. I went for like a semester or two. He didn't really go to college,
I
but
never
feel
went.
like that's something. I don't know if there's anything that you really took from the whole college experience, or kind of like, a couple things, or one thing, or just anything that you really took overall from it that hopefully positive, but if it was negative, you can say that, like whatever, just kind of your,
Oh, yeah.
just say kind of how the college experience was for you and kind of what stuck out about it, maybe.
For sure, yeah. So I started going to the community college, ACC,
Okay.
for the first few years, and then I transferred to Txstate State to finish it out. But one of my favorite things about college is really just the networking. Like they say, like, it's not about what you know,
You'll
but
meet
who you know.
shitload of people.
You make some really good connections, man. Like especially if you like try and like put your best foot forward and you actually want to, get better and
Yeah, it's a good way to meet other people that are in
You'll
debt
meet
as
a
well.
shitload of
Everyone's in debt. Let's all meet each other and market.
Yeah.
I'm just
plot.
I'm just talking shit.
Yeah, but but just the people, honestly. I mean, you learn some good things here and there. There's some cool things. A lot of it's pretty basic.
It's definitely for some people. I feel like some people can do it and some people can't.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Tyler was specifically meant for college, but he could at least buckle down and get it done.
For sure, yeah.
There's some people that just can't do it.
Yeah.
And I think I might be one of those. Like with schoolwork, dude, it's like, dude,
Yeah.
fuck.
It's painful.
I could turn a wrench all day, but fuck,
Yeah.
dude, doing homework.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's tough, brother.
I hope the bachelor's, but yeah, no, I'm good on the masters. I think at least for now. Shit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna do me too much good, but yeah, no, it was. I can't say that I would recommend it to anybody, or everybody. It really just depends. I mean, if you're going for something in STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, those are always going to be, good, high in demand, well-paying industries. But
Right.
anything else, man,
Maybe
I can't say you
twice
need
about
it. Yeah, I mean, I would really, get with someone that's in the field that you want to do, and talk to them about it. See, what they needed, what they didn't need, what they would do over again, or something like that. Yeah.
Right,
So just
right.
reach out to like a direct, connection.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Like that.
Like that.
It was fun though, man. College, the parties, but San Marcos,
yeah.
it's a college town, so it's got the river, all kinds of fun stuff. The mall.
Yeah,
So.
the river really does that a lot too.
It sets
yeah.
it off in this motherfucker.
San Marcos is one of those ones where, yeah, for the size of the school, its party is like over like a large proportion of the small school. I don't know if I said that well.
It's literally it's a party school.
It's a
Yeah.
no, it's a party.
Yeah,
school.
especially for the
shorten
size.
that down. Yeah.
Especially for the size, because every big school is going to be a party school, but for a small school, it's especially.
No, but even the big ones, they know Texas State.
Yeah, they get it on.
They respect that.
They party more than UT.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I mean, dude, they get it on.
Yeah.
I went to summer parties even after I wasn't.
Dude,
Oh.
of course we all did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go to college,
Yeah.
but I just go to the parties.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Shit. More than half the fun right there.
Do you think you benefited from going to ACC for? How long did you go to ACC, the community college? That's in Austin for those people that don't really are
Yeah.
not local to here. But
I went to the Kyle campus like when it first when it first opened in 2014. Whenever we graduated, we graduated in the spring, and then I think it opened in the fall, and that's when I started my first courses there. Yeah, but I kind of drew it out like a little bit longer. I was working my way through college. Just paying my way. Bills, stuff like that. Tuition, all that good stuff. That's also where I learned. Another good thing I guess about college would be, just that it forces you to, but I got better at budgeting, like living below my means and, stuff like that.
Right.
So that it helps a little bit, especially if, you just need to.
Yeah.
you don't really
tough.
have a
So
choice.
how many
Yeah.
semesters did you go to?
ACC?
Yeah.
So I went to ACC for 4 years and got like pretty much the first half of the degree done there.
Okay.
And then I transferred to Texas State. And I was going for like just a normal business degree originally. And then after like a few semesters at Texas State, I met with one of the advisors and I was like, please just map me the quickest way out of here. Like I'm ready to be done. They just like saw like all the classes I took so far and all that. I really enjoyed philosophy a lot. So
That's a good thing to do. Get with a counselor on a regular basis, or at least once, so that you don't go your whole time and then the credits change or some funky shit, and then you're like, oh, I don't have the credits I need.
that shit's still gonna happen either way. And honest, no, it is. It's gonna happen either way because
Talk about it.
the degree plans, they always update and change and stuff pretty much at least every year, if not every semester. It's a pain in the ass. And then man, most of the advisors that I went to at ACC were fucking terrible.
A little
dude.
disconnected.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, part of why it took me long enough to get a degree, was on me, just dragging it out and, doing what I had to do or whatever. But man, I could have got done probably at least a good year sooner if I had better advisors at ACC.
Did you find the advisors at Texas State were better or about the same?
A little better for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're better. And like they were just more catering to, what you've done,
They're probably making more.
what you want to go. Yeah, for
It's
sure.
it's typically always more money, better shit.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what I
sure.
was thinking.
I almost
At both though,
so rarely does your money not pay off.
at both, I noticed there's a real high turnaround rate for that position. Like it's never the same advisor. There's always people getting hired and working for a little bit, quitting. So like that's not too encouraging. Yeah, it's like
No,
you can't get invested, one on one with somebody that knows your program, what direction you're going, because they may not even be there next semester for you. So it's like it's tough. It's tough. But now there's several classes they told me they're like sign up for this one I did, and they end up like being the wrong one or like not going towards
nothing about it's straightforward.
No,
like it should be.
Yeah.
So and you're spending all that money.
I feel that way about real estate times 10. But that's a whole other thing. Okay. Is there anything else now that you're kind of talking about college that you kind of want to talk about before we kind of move on? I feel like there's so much there that you would think about later, but
right. No, for sure. I mean, definitely. If I were to recommend somebody going to college, I would say look at your best ways to do it for the least amount possible. You know what I'm saying? To not get yourself in as much debt. Going to big private universities, I mean, yeah, it's good, it's prestigious, it's going to look good on your resume, but man, that's going to cost you.
My recommendation would be, I did this some, but I could have done it even more. Do scholarships early.
That's what I was going to say.
Your first year, because a lot of times you get them that first year and they're recurring every year if you just do one little thing and it just stays. But then once you already are in the game, there's not many scholarships for like people that are already in their second or third year.
Yeah, you have to go out and dig for them. You know what I mean?
They're a lot harder to find than that freshman one.
Right.
Yeah, that would be my
getting
advice.
On initially. If you have good grades, if you're an athlete, those are obvious good ways.
If you're in organizations like FFA
for sure.
and band, sports, whatever.
I would say my recommendation is don't go to college. But
yeah, I would be more on that train of thought too.
Yeah,
I would.
Unless your parents
disagree.
are rich.
Yeah. Yeah, because what I would say is I paid for it all, and when I went to Txstate State for I think the first 2 semesters, I was taking, I believe, now this is like in 2010 and 11, I was taking I think 12 hours, which is almost full time, and I believe it was around $4,000 a semester, and around half of that was getting paid from like scholarships and government assistance and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a way where you can kind of squeak by.
Yeah,
but I don't know what the prices are like now. So
probably double that at least.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So okay, let's see what else I had.
Something else I liked about ACC was the smaller classes. You got one like more attention time with the professor as opposed to at the big university. Man, you got classes 200-300 kids.
What's professors
in auditorium?
200-300?
I swear to God.
Oh yeah, so sometimes
sure.
I had
insane,
How the
dude.
fuck do you learn shit with 200?
I had a few small classes too, but I did have huge ones as well.
Whoa.
And those were like harder to deal with. Did you like the professors better at one or the other, or about the same?
There were some really good professors at ACC, man.
Really?
Yeah. No, there was. There were some really good ones.
I wonder what the pay scale is.
There were some really good ones at Txstate State
people
too.
People at ACC versus Txstate State.
That's a good question. I don't know if it would be. I don't know. I don't know.
It'd have to be adjusted a little bit, don't you think?
A little bit. It's definitely a little bit higher. I don't know how much though.
Maybe not though. Yeah, it's hard to.
It's hard to say. I don't know.
They're probably higher. Depending on how many classes they teach,
higher,
how long they've been there, blah, blah.
Probably like more and better benefits.
When you have 300 bucks in one class, you're gonna be getting paid a little coin.
Yeah.
And at Txstate State, I don't know how it was at ACC, but like there was at least one guy that had like a book that he wrote that you had to buy for the class.
Most of the time,
motherfucker.
Most of the time, it's crooked.
And when there's 300 kids, it's like, wow, you're bopping them for $10 a profit per book times 300. It's like you just made $3,000.
First thing you do in my classroom,
$10 profit. Some of those books are $200-300
spend more
too.
money.
It's
spend
ridiculous.
More money.
Yeah.
First day.
Spend your money with me.
Kind of the last thing I wanted to do, and then I had like a fun question at the end before we got into like the other topics. This is something we all share in common, and like I started off listening when I was introduced to hip hop. I think it was around 2008, and I was introduced to Houston hip hop, and I fell in love with that, and that's all I stayed on for like at least 5 years. And I know you like really fuck with like Houston hip hop, and that's like one of your like
my favorite
bread and bones, or like your bread and butter of like when you listen to hip hop. So
music.
Like, yeah. So just if you want to, I have some specific questions, but just in general, if you want to just kind of talk about like how you got into that basic ass question, but like how'd you start listening to like what got you into the Houston scene?
Dude, I think I heard my first Zero song.
Obviously, it's local to us,
right?
But
and I'm just gonna start by saying Zero's the best. He's my favorite. He's
that's
the best
who I
person.
heard first too, yeah.
The best person I've ever heard, hands down, stand in front of a microphone.
Yeah.
As far as rap singers too, I mean that's tough. You're looking at people like Drake, who can rap and sing that good. I mean Zero is up there, but he's low key underground street stuff. But I think I heard my first Zero song either at the skate park or on MySpace, one of the two,
Zach
back to
Skate Money
back.
type shit.
It was probably like 2009, 2010, and I was just, okay, like that.
It was like that.
I think
Hold on,
that,
you said 09 or 10?
yeah, something
Okay,
like that.
nice. Oh,
Something like that. It was
Around
Help
the
Me
same time I
Please.
did.
Yeah.
Nah, because I thought you were jumping zero
Help
before you
me,
graduated. Because you
I
graduated.
was in like 08 or 9.
Yeah.
It was like 08, so right around like a,
Dude, I was jumping zero back in the day.
yeah.
Like in junior high.
I heard Rain.
In junior high.
And
I
I
was
thought
jamming No
Rain
Help.
was like an old song, but it was like brand new. Those songs were like brand new at that time.
Oh.
And I thought they were like old because a lot of the other songs that I listened to of theirs were old, but those were like brand new at that time.
Whoa, you were riding
So-
around looking like that.
Just fresh jamming.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rain, that whole album where they're on the cover with like the glasses.
Yeah, No Help.
Yeah. That was a
Still
dope-
Road. Come on.
Damn, I thought No Help was old too at the time. But it wasn't right.
No.
That's crazy.
And there's another one I feel like we're leaving out, but that's a dope ass album.
Yeah.
Dude, we could sit here all day and talk.
But there's such good
He has so
talent
many hits, bro. It's
in
disgusting.
Houston. There's like so much talent, you know.
For
so,
sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's talent everywhere.
But yeah, no, just the whole Houston rap scene, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, with the
I don't think Houston's necessarily better than other places, though.
I do.
Really?
I'm probably biased.
I think it
but
was for a period. Yeah. Fuck yeah. dude.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude.
But I mean,
2000s?
There's a couple of spots too where like all the rappers are from, so it's like you could easily put one of those up against H-Town.
But I would say from 2003 to like 7, right in there, there was no one better.
Mid 2000s, man.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Mike Jones. I mean, he's not my favorite, but he was
Still Tippin',
up
blew
there.
up nationwide.
what's the other big one?
Slim
Atlanta,
Thug, Atlanta,
Atlanta, New York,
New York,
and
of course.
LA.
Yeah.
And then Memphis is kind of there too.
Memphis for sure. Nowadays, Detroit is kind of on the map. a
Chicago
little
though
bit.
too.
Chicago for sure. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's
a crooked little scene in Florida. It's good.
UGK
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
UGK, Port
But-
Arthur.
There was just in the mid 2000s it was just because it's not like they just showed up in the 2000s. They were bubbling in the 90s.
Late
with
90s,
DJ
yeah.
Screw and UG came in. They were in the early 90s.
Yeah, then
Dead in Alliance, which was like the
DA.
Fat Pats and hit the people he was
Hawk.
fucking with, and
Damn, yeah,
it was bubbling,
It was crazy.
and then it blew. With,
Gorilla Mob.
oh, that was like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Gorilla Mob.
That's
yeah.
Because then Zero split, and he had a career in the early 2000s. There's like 4 or 5 albums from
Yeah.
2001 to 5 of him solo. I mean, he was tearing shit up back then. Pause.
Before I even really like got into him, maybe like a few years, like I like heard kids around school, probably like Weston said, like junior high, that would like remember talking about like, oh dude, like probably like when the note like all that whole era of the ABN dropped, everyone's talking about, dude, no one can rap faster than Zero and Trey.
Yeah.
Like that was like
Like
people
that's
were,
a. I
people
hate,
were
when, I
talking
hate
about
that's a thing.
right.
It's like who cares?
I mean that's not
I remember Thug there for a while. The True Hero Under God song by Zero was like a huge thing in Lockhart. There was a couple of songs by him that became like anthems in Lockhart.
Who'd you say?
The True Hero Under God by Zero.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were loving on that.
that was an
front
album
end.
and a song, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to say that he doesn't cuss in that song.
I don't think he
Yeah.
does either.
Probably
Yeah.
not. I don't think so.
It's crazy, right?
It's good.
So, and the other questions I had were like super general and generic. But is there anything else you kind of want to say about? I don't even want to really. It was just like favorite Houston rapper all time, like top like. But like, is there anything else you kind of want to say? We kind of talked about like I feel like Zero is all our favorite rapper from Houston.
I feel like you should say his career, and that's about it. I don't think you
Yeah.
talked about your career.
Oh, for sure.
You
Yeah.
wanna say what you do and kind of.
I mean, we talked about you went to college. We talked about the hardship. Now let's talk
Right.
about some
Yeah.
good shit.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got a
for
good
sure.
job, man.
So, long story short, I ended up graduating from Texas State, and in December of 22, a little over a year ago, I'm a construction manager now in the San Antonio area. It's fun stuff. It's not ever what I pictured myself or what I thought I would do, but yeah, no, I'm in there and it's fun. I enjoy it.
Nice.
It's a lot of critical thinking and problem solving, stuff like that.
Dealing with people, dealing with shitheads.
schedules, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
A lot of coordinating with different people.
Exactly. Yeah. Communication. Oh man,
That's a real good experience.
it is. No, for sure. Yeah. No. So I enjoy it for sure. It's I got a minor in construction management and then a minor in business administration. So both those kind of apply to it.
Yeah.
And you're going in like you've told me a little bit about it, but if you want to tell like the people you go in basically, you go in at rough stage as well, right? Or no, mostly
We have
after.
our measure and template technicians go in the framing stage
Okay.
of the house, and
You're
just,
mostly doing finish outs, right?
so I go in there after the interior finish is installed, and I just kind of quality control, make sure everything's installed correctly according to plan. if anything's installed incorrectly or missing, damage, whatever. I kind of just account for that.
For cabinets and countertops, right?
Cabinets and countertops and blinds. And
so
my
yeah,
company
so
does flooring as
basically,
well.
I forget about the crooked blinds.
This is basically like when they're building a new house in construction, and it's what we in the construction world we call trim out or
finish
top out
yeah.
or finish out.
Well, the
And
top out's kind of different because that's basically when the studs are up and there's no walls. And
okay. So
and you
it's
bring
trim
the
out.
rough to the top.
It's trim
like
out. It's trim out.
Exactly.
Or like what people will call a final, but it's like
Plumbers
probably-
are different though. We have 3 stages. Like
Yeah.
we call it 3 different stages, but most of y'all, I've learned they all just do the rough and the finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is the stage about a month before a house is getting ready to sell, where everyone's coming in and finishing out everything after the walls are up, pretty much. Long story short, and anyway, yeah, Ty's checking out cabinets, like he's for any defects. Like it could be they installed it incorrectly, the builder got them information incorrectly, another crew like damaged it. Like,
Wrong
there's all a
measurements,
bunch
head
of
up the
shit that goes
ass,
into
you
it.
name it.
But yeah,
Someone's
so-
always got their
For
head
sure.
up their fucking ass.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much just in a summary, I oversee the install and the services of all the interior finish, the cabinets, the countertops,
That's dope.
the blinds.
That's dope.
It's cool. I enjoy it.
Nice. And then my last kind of thing, before we kind of get into all the news topics and kind of talk our shit on that, which is kind of like a fun question. I know everyone now, no one really fucks with movies as much anymore. I feel like everyone's on like series. So if you can't really, I know it's hard to like on the spot
Oh
sometimes.
man, I know what he's gonna say.
But if you can think of a good one that
Oh,
you would recommend
man.
or one that you just been fucking with that you want to shout out.
You know what he's gonna do.
Let me just start off by saying, put on a movie.
Oh.
No,
Oh, you did
honestly,
Not
yeah.
on camera.
I
No Diddy.
put on a movie. No, I don't. I'm not too into movies, man.
No, but series.
I tell you all the time. Series.
Yeah.
Series. Man, I don't keep up with those, but some ones that I've liked in the past are like Mandalorian is really good.
I fuck with
Don't
that.
shy away from what you're about to say.
And it's supposed to be coming out with
Netflix series.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Woo!
There you go. I thought you were
Yeah.
thinking about that the whole time.
Nah,
You
but-
had some fun with Yellowstone.
I don't. I don't.
he
That
was-
man's
We all
fun.
did, we all went
He was
It was good.
stoned
We all
for like
went
2
stoned
weeks.
out.
Yeah.
No, dude, yeah, he knows. I do.
He was stoned out of his mind.
Back
I
in
was
the day when
binged
I was
out.
on probation, I watched Lost, and him and Alan would be like, "You're lost, you're lost."
You're lost.
Oh yeah, we'd always walk in and be like, "Logan's lost." Yeah.
That's good. No, yeah, I was watching Yellowstone.
Dude, you
just
were
'cause
lost for a little bit.
Yeah.
I had heard nothing but good things about it. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. No,
It's
yeah,
pretty good.
I ended up liking it. But Breaking Bad's probably like my favorite like
top.
show series. Yeah, it's so good, man. Just the production value and everything, the acting, the writing. Oh man,
Hey,
That
Logan.
storyline.
Brian Cranston, whatever, he is dope.
Did-
What are you gonna say?
My bad. What were you gonna say?
did you see where I showed you on Facebook the other day about they're making a Walter White like spin-off movie sequel?
Yes. I'll be tuning in for that.
Oh, I can't.
No, I was
wait.
gonna ask you. Whenever you watched Lost, did it start off a little slow? Or like it's almost hard to get into at
A
first?
little bit.
Because I watched like the first episode and I was kind of squirming.
No,
but-
yeah, you can't just go off the very first one.
Yeah.
It takes
How
like
many-
2 or 3, and then you start really just needing
Okay.
it. Yeah,
And then out there the whole time.
yeah. But see, stuff starts happening because other
There's
people are
different.
there.
Yeah.
It's not just them out there with huts. It's like, there's other people there doing creepy shit.
I don't
like-
know. Like they would have never survived the plane crash. I feel like.
But there's other people living there. That's the thing. That's how they survive.
No, I'm saying the actual impact
Oh,
of the crash.
yeah, probably.
Is there, like,
not.
some,
I get that. I get that. Like
No,
how it's a
yeah, I
whole
see, I
story.
see,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there some like native like people there? Like
There's
on the
people
island?
that
or
have
whatever?
technology that are living there, like just away from civilization on some creep stuff.
Basically, just
Okay.
rich with money, right?
Yeah, and they
Off
they
the
go
grid?
back to civilization to like, get stuff, but they come back and they're just like living there.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's creepy. And there's something weird about the island where it's like, I mean, this is a fucking TV show where it's
Right.
magic
Cursed
and like
almost or
time
something.
is different there and like a bunch of weird stuff like that.
Oh,
Like I don't remember if time was quicker or slower there.
Really?
Yeah, it's
So
weird.
it's not real.
It gets weird. It's not. It's fake. It's a TV show. But it's good.
Yeah.
Another honorable mention on the TV show is The Office. Man, I put that up there. I love The
I love
Office.
The
Yeah,
Office.
I love the
I
office.
love The
but
Office.
It's not. That's not one of my favorites, but
People refer to it like as like oh, what's your like comfort show? Like that would be The
Yeah,
Office for me.
you can just put it
You put it on
on.
anytime,
Yeah.
whenever.
it'll be Trailer Park Boys for me.
Oh, that's
That's
a
a
good
good
one.
one.
Y'all put me on that one a few years
Yeah.
back. I like that one.
I fuck with The Walking Dead, but
Yeah, you've always liked that one.
yeah,
Honestly, man, the first what was it, Logan? Like 4 or 5 seasons.
yeah, really good.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, that was good.
Okay. Well, unless y'all have anything else, now we're gonna kind of.
No, I think we've been yapping a lot. We probably have to move on a little.
Okay. Now, I think people fuck with this type of shit.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
This is
you
my
know.
favorite to listen to.
Yeah.
Usually.
So okay. The first of the kind of news topics is the Baltimore, the ship They hit the bridge in Baltimore. I'm sure if you're tapped into the news and like keeping up with what's going on in the world, you're probably seen this already. But we're gonna kind of watch a little video and then just kind of give our input on it. A lot of people are saying like, what am I trying to say? A lot of people are saying like terrorist attack, EMP. You know, all the theories are running wild. But what do y'all kind of think about it? Or maybe we'll give our take after we watch it.
Yeah, I guess watch it first.
Put it on.
I'm putting the headphones.
Yeah.
This morning, a stunning bridge collapse at the port of Baltimore.
The entire Key Bridge in the harbor.
The Francis Scott Key Bridge plunging into the water overnight after it was hit by a cargo container ship.
I wanted to know what the bang was. Ship hit the Key Bridge, sinking. The bridge is gone. Holy hell.
Video shows smoke coming from the ship before it hit the bridge. The bridge is normally a major artery spanning the Patapsco River, and though the collapse happened in the early morning hours, 1:30 a.m., video shows cars crossing moments before the ship hits. The traffic then paused, but vehicles were still on the bridge as it then crumbled into the water.
How many people
Fire
died?
department and Coast Guard team.
I know. How many vehicles? They said no vehicles were on the bridge. They had it closed down, but that does not seem to be true.
Pretty sure I just saw vehicles passing by when it crashed. And they just all went in the water.
Crooked.
Did it just say, hold on, run it back a little bit?
Moments before the ship hits.
That looks like an
The
18-wheeler.
traffic then paused, but vehicles were still on the bridge as it then crumbled into
Oh,
the
no,
water.
it said vehicles were on the bridge.
But then later on, they tried to say they weren't because they said there's only 4 to 6 people that died. It's like, buddy, there was a bunch of people that fell in right there.
There's a few cars, depending on how many.
I think the official story says that there was only like 6 cars on the bridge.
That sounded about right.
But then, I mean, unless like you said, there was something else going on, like it was closed down or construction or whatever, something going on at the time. I've also seen too that bridge is normally like pretty busy and packed.
Well, this is
Honestly, I can't even
Right.
see the ship hitting it. Can y'all?
Yeah.
Fire
Well, not in that
department and
video.
Coast
That's not
Guard
the best
teams
angle. I've
rushed
seen
to
it,
the
though.
scene, rescuers searching the water overnight.
Still very much in an active search.
I
and
tried to find a
rescue
video. I couldn't
posture.
see one of
Our
it hitting.
sonar has detected the presence of vehicles. Submerged.
Do you find it weird that the
ship
bridge
is
collapsed that
almost
easy?
950-foot container vessel.
No.
You
that's
don't?
what-
Headed from
Hold on. That's what my...
So this was a ship like basically the
That's-
cruise ones?
No, look at how big it is and how heavy.
A cargo ship.
It's hard to scale it from a video, I guess.
It looks like a bunch of containers, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Boyfriend broke his back on the ship. What the fuck was he doing?
We're going to pull up a full video, but my coworker was asking the same thing. Like, why would... Hold on. Why would the whole bridge fall?
You talking about Josh?
No, Jeff.
Okay.
The whole bridge is attached with concrete. It's like a straight line that's all
Right.
attached. So when one part goes, it's gonna tug on that other part and like pull it, because it's like all one line of concrete.
Why would it pull it? Because
and
the rebar?
It's all attached.
Yeah.
There's rebar and concrete that whole way. It's gonna like pull it.
us on the screen as well.
It's just showing us right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not showing this. I'm trying to.
Okay.
There we go. That's what I was trying to do. I'm gonna put this back on now. Alright, this is supposedly the full video of it. There's the book. Ooh, the lights went out. Let's see, I was speeding it up. I'll go back and let it play. I guess there's really not any audio. There's still cars going right now. Oh, like that?
What part of Baltimore is this in?
I don't know. It said in that other video.
Like, I'd be curious to find out, like, is it in the rich side, or is it closer to, like, the broke, or is it, like, downtown? Or
They
like...
said it's a major artery. Like, it's a major transportation. I mean, it's a bridge, so it's from one side of town to the other. You know, some
Right.
type shit like that.
They made sure to do it somewhere important, I'm sure.
This almost makes me want to look at a map and see exactly where.
They mentioned where it was, but I just don't know shit about Baltimore.
I saw it's going to cause some supply chain issues.
So
Yeah,
what are we doing? It's just taking this long? Like,
Yeah, it's cruising. Here, I'll speed it up again. It's probably about to hit.
okay, there we go.
I just wanted to show the part where the lights went out. It was probably a good 2 minutes or roughly in that area before it was going to end up hitting here. There's still one light on, but like the most of the lights went off on the boat. And there's still cars going on the bridge right now.
That's weird.
Yeah, that was the 18-wheeler.
Where are the cops? They should be out there. Hey!
Oh, wait, so
all the lights went out now.
So they said they closed it down?
They said they did. Now here comes one more 18-wheeler.
So what was the reason for them closing it down?
I heard they shut it down because they knew the boat was going to hit like a minute or two before it hit. But I think I read that in a news article or something.
So was no one on the boat? Like, what the fuck's going
Nah,
on?
there was people on the boat, but
How would you know the boat's gonna hit and then still hit?
they lost power and it takes forever for those things to turn. It was taking forever to hit too.
Yeah, it sounds like the people that shut down the bridge didn't want to get in trouble for the people that died, so they're just like, yeah, just a couple. It's like, yeah,
When is it gonna hit? Son of a bitch!
it's like I'm playing cards. My
Looks
brother's
like it
kid.
turned into it. Well, there the son of a bitch goes.
Well, goddamn, we watched everything in half speed,
Let's
and
see
we
if
saw that times two.
I went back. Let's see if there's any cars we can see. It looks like they did. There's no more cars that I can tell.
Yeah. London Bridge is falling down.
There was like some
falling
construction
down.
things that were on there still, but it looks like the cars were off.
Ooh.
All the cars?
Looks like it.
The people on the boat just got fucked, right?
Yeah, sir. No, I think they were fine.
Really?
I think there were construction workers that were working on the bridge that died.
That sucks.
All right.
That's it.
So, something I heard about that one, literally someone just told me, I don't know how valid it is or not, but remember like 6 weeks, couple months ago, whenever the AT&T outage was or whatever. So someone told me that like during that time, some kind of like weird encrypted messages were like seen from China. It was like a lot of going back and forth, and like what they deciphered, like it kept saying like ship and bridge and ship and bridge.
Where'd you see this?
Someone literally just told me about it, like pretty recently, and I was just okay. I don't know. I mean,
I wouldn't doubt it.
yeah, it's a little weird.
Ryan Garcia knows what's going on.
But yeah, no, that was like, yeah, I think like a couple months ago, whenever the AT&T outage was. So
Yeah, that was
if that's allegedly what was being
About-
talked about then,
I
then
feel like that was
that's
closer
weird.
to about a month.
about a month ago.
6 weeks
yeah.
ago or so. Yeah, maybe at most. Okay, it wasn't that long ago. But I mean, still, if they were talking about it, and they kept saying the ship and the bridge or whatever, it's like,
They want
I
that
don't
London
know.
Bridge to fall, right?
That's weird. Yeah, I literally don't know how valid it is though. Someone just told me, but
We'll watch a little bit of Pat and David
Weird
talking
things
about
going
it.
on. 1:30 in the morning today, guys. Apparently, allegedly, a bridge collapses because a ship who is ran by some professional people runs into the bridge. Can you play this clip, Rob, on how the bridge comes down in
Can you skip this clip?
watch this here, guys. Go back a little bit. Watch this. Boom. Slow motion. Oh, my God, bro. Bridge goes down. It's 40 degrees outside. That water is 30 degrees. Some are saying the bridge didn't hit anything. Some are saying it did. Even the captains that have been doing this for the longest time, Rob, what did they say with the experience that they have? You know, you were saying something, the fact that they've been doing this route for a long time, the captain has been?
Yeah, I believe
not
that
the best
Baltimore
angle
Harbor
either.
is their main harbor, so they navigate that daily.
That they navigate that daily, and this happened at 1:30 in the morning. The number that I saw, I think it was what? Let me read this number to you on what it was. 20 people. So Where's that story for Baltimore Bridge collapse?
said it was
It
scanning
says
fast,
page
right?
5.
It's on the
Find this.
addendum, Pat.
Yeah, so video ship Dolly rams into Francis Scott Key Bridge, causing it to collapse, prompting
Sosnick.
Maryland Transportation Authority to issue a warning against using the Interstate 695. Kevin Cartwright was from Baltimore
It was the Francis Scott Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland, if you want to look it up, kind of.
City Fire
the
Department
audience.
describes it as mass casualty, multi-agency incident with potential victims in the water. The bridge collapse disrupts both shipping and road transportation, impacting one of the busiest ports.
That's what you were saying. It's going to impact, like,
Supply chains.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
On the East Coast and severing a crucial link on the major highway in circling Baltimore. The vessel involved, Dali, registered in Singapore, carrying approximately 4,900 containers, arrived at the Seagrid Marine Terminal in Baltimore after delivery to Port of New York, New Jersey. The incident halts shipping operations, affecting the bustling.
Who recorded it?
In 2023, handled the highest volume of autos and light trucks in U.S. for 13th consecutive year. So
We don't talk about that.
I don't know.
They're
It's a
not
damn good
advertising that.
question.
Right?
What did that?
It's kind of like
Camera
the P. Diddy raid. Supposedly the news was already there.
And let's not even talk about the fact that wasn't the camera angle coming from the water?
Or the shore water level, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the perfect, not perfect angle, but a pretty good angle.
I can't think of too many better angles unless you're flying in a fucking helicopter.
That's what I was thinking of drone.
Drone,
That's not the
yeah.
only thing better.
Yeah.
So
Dun, dun, dun.
something else to think about.
kind of weird when you're seeing this. I think 20 people, can you find out how many people fell on the water? I think 20 people. Some people late at night is typically when they work on that bridge, based on what I read earlier this morning. Do we have any stories on how many people fell on the water? Is there like an update on the story? Vinny, what are your thoughts?
I saw a couple of reports that the ship it changed its course approximately 2 minutes prior to hitting the bridge. The lights go out twice right before it goes on. Some people, I mean, and again, we don't know, but some people are saying it could be a cyber attack. This is the most traveled cargo for like cars and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This is going to disrupt this.
A cyber attack would be like someone fuck with the
like something that
communications or like logistics or whatever of the ship in its path, and so like basically it just got hacked, right? Is what they're saying?
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
This guy always thinks he's getting to the bottom of this one.
magnitude, it doesn't. I don't think this is like a whoops. The power went out and I just crashed into something. I think there's something deeper that's going on with the story.
Well, speaking of something deeper going on, who is the Secretary of Transportation?
Pete Buttigieg.
Pete Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
So, look,
He
Pete
won't be there.
Buttigieg just had
Honestly,
honestly the highlight of his career
They love
during the
chaos,
State
right?
of the Union when Joe Biden singled him out and he was like, dude, you're killing it. Like,
Yeah.
Pete Buttigieg had a big smile, everything that's going on. Look, I'm sure there's a ton of stories to go here. This situation here, your story with
Sosnick thinks he's living in Margaritaville, right?
Yes, dude. He thinks his hobbies include margaritas and long walks on the beach.
East Palestine. I want to know what Pete Buttigieg has to say here. Like, if you ask any major Biden supporter, give me his accomplishments, they'll always point to the bipartisan infrastructure deal.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on, guys.
Who is
but
that?
these things, they need to be looked.
you know what that reminds me of? You said it a couple weeks ago. Remember the beginning of that movie, but Barack Obama and Michelle Obama? What was it? Leave the world behind.
Yeah.
What's it open
The
with?
ship that's coming
The
to-
ship is just coming, and people are like, "What's happened?" Because it was an attack, cyber
Very
attack.
interesting.
That right there looks to me. How does it just boom, change course, lights go out? That looks like that's like you nailed it too, Adam. An infrastructure attack. That could be something that's set up by foreign agents. Who knows, bro? That's really rare and random to see.
You know,
Pretty weird.
you can speculate and go down that path, and you can also just say a great big ship, lost power, couldn't turn, and by the way, it takes forever.
Didn't it
to
turn
turn
into
those
the-
big ships? Those big things.
They said
are
it changed
very,
course
very
like 2 minutes
slow.
before, right?
And he's like, couldn't turn. It's like, all right, which one was it?
Move a small boat that we go on, right? Let alone a big
Exactly.
ship that size.
And it hits it. This is an older steel bridge with the steel infrastructure post. They hit it, they crumple it, it goes down. I mean, look at the size of that thing. It takes forever to turn that thing. We're talking something that's like 12, 15 stories tall. If you've ever been to a port and driven by, those.
He is sucking the official stories nut.
Yeah, he is. He's Mr. By the book.
Man.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we've seen enough of this.
Yeah.
You have to have backup sources though. You can't just lose power. It's like, well, then whenever you lose power, you're gonna
They're
die.
just speculating.
Dude, there should be so many systems that kick on
Because they're like,
when stuff
hey, well,
that
whatever happens if you lose power, well, then you die. It's like, well, no one would even do it.
Right.
Oh, we
You're
lost
not
power.
doing it.
Everyone's going down. It's like, I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
That's not good enough for me. Lost power. It's all done.
So y'all need more details, but this is one of those things where it'll be a big news story for about a week while P Diddy's doing this thing to distract you from that, or they both distract you from each story, distract you from the other one, and then no resolution, and it's just gone. But it's gonna be a big problem for Maryland, and I think I already saw that the federal government's gonna dish out like a lot of money to help them. So it's cricket.
Oh, bud.
The next thing we're going to talk about is AI. And I think it was about a month or two ago, this computer I bought just automatically had it on there as part of one of the updates. I haven't used it, but it's like something they're really trying to push, and like they're offering for free. Like it's a huge bonus, and it's like your own personal assistant. And it's just like the greatest thing ever. But of course, there's like a lot of problems with like AI, and we're going to get into that after we kind of watch a few videos.
Where'd you see this video at?
I just Googled this one. But I've been seeing AI. I've been seeing specifically these copilot AI ads before a lot of YouTube videos.
And that's my point. Like,
Yeah.
and okay.
Well, I would just be watching YouTube, and they'll put this.
Okay,
in front
so that's
of them.
where you know.
Yeah.
Is this the same one that they put on your computer automatically?
Yes.
Okay.
They want you to have a little buddy, right, Logan?
This is like college kids that get busted for using this in class, like typing their whole paper out with type shit.
I was even seeing that in my last few.
I was about to say people are doing that.
Oh yeah, they've been doing that since before. Yeah, since it came out.
And then we have another little video.
Has just announced its next step in AI integration, Copilot. This is a new feature that combines the power of chat interfaces and large language models with real-world applications. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Copilot and why it's going to change the way you work and play. So Copilot is basically an everyday AI companion that helps you with a variety of tasks, from finding information on the web to creating content to learning new skills. It is integrated across Microsoft's product range, including Windows 11, Microsoft 365, Edge, and Bing. You can access it as an app or with a right click on your PC. It uses contextual understanding to harness the web, your user data, and your...
Which they said as an app or as a right click on your PC, meaning it's like super easy to get to. It's already installed. All you gotta do is right click and it's there ready to fucking suck your dick.
a real-time PC activity to give you personalized and relevant suggestions. And it does all this with a seamless user experience that lets you chat with Copilot like a friend. And it's actually pretty easy.
Chat with Copilot like a friend.
Wow.
It'll be available with the free update to Windows 11 on September 26th.
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens.
Alright, but it'll... See, they're saying it's free, it's like a bonus, all this shit.
So if you have a compatible device, you'll be able to get Copilot with this update. And if you don't have a compatible device, don't worry. It will also be available on Bing, Edge, and Microsoft 365 in the following months. So you can still enjoy the benefits of Copilot on the web or on your mobile devices. Now, let me show you some of the amazing features and applications of Copilot that will blow your mind. First of all, let's talk about Windows 11 and Copilot. Windows 11 is the latest operating system by Microsoft. It's designed to be faster, safer, and more visually appealing. And with Copilot, Windows 11 becomes even more powerful and productive. You can use Copilot to speed up your tasks and ease your cognitive load. For example, you can ask it to find files, open apps, set reminders,
It's basically
or
saying, yeah,
send
turn your brain
emails
off.
with just a few words. You can also use it.
What's that?
It's basically saying, yeah, just turn your brain off. We got you. I'll do it for you.
Exactly, yeah.
To learn new things or get help with your homework. For instance, you can ask Copilot to explain a concept solve a math problem, or generate a summary of a text. And you can access it from the taskbar or by pressing Win+C on your keyboard. Now, Windows 11 has also improved AI-driven features in apps such as Paint and Photos. For example, in Paint, you can use Copilot to generate realistic images from text prompts using the DALL-E 3 model from OpenAI, which is an advanced new neural network that can create images from text prompts. You can use it to create logos,
so creepy.
icons,
Yeah.
illustrations, or anything else you can imagine. Just type what you want to see in Paint and let Copilot and DALL-E 3 do the rest. In Photos, Copilot lets you professionally edit your pictures. With tools like Generative Expand, you can extend your photo's background while maintaining its quality. The Fill feature allows you to substitute unwanted objects or people with realistic content. Meanwhile, the Erase tool helps you effortlessly get rid of blemishes or imperfections. Next up, let's talk about Bing and Edge. As you may know, Bing is Microsoft's search engine, and Edge is their web browser. Now with Copilot, Bing and Edge become even more intelligent and personalized for you. One of the coolest new features is the Bing Image Creator. This new tool, powered by Copilot and DALL-E 3, lets you craft amazing images for various purposes like social media graphics, invitations, and logos. Just tell it what you want, and Copilot will suggest designs. Another feature of Bing and Edge is the personalized search experience based on your user chat history. This means that Copilot will remember what you asked before and use that information to give you better results in the future. Suppose you asked it last week about the history of jazz music. Now, if today you're searching for popular music venue,
this is nothing crazy that hasn't really been here, but it's just interesting
I was
how
thinking that too.
they're like pushing it for free and like it's on everything now.
They're like, don't worry, no matter what, you will get it.
Yeah.
Why learn to read? Why learn to write?
Why learn to think and find your own ideas?
Exactly.
It'll do it for you. So, this next bit is like Joe and his guest talking a little bit about it. Yeah, we kind of watched a little bit of this earlier. Do y'all want to watch it again or not really? Maybe just like a little.
Maybe a little.
I'm good. Yeah, a little bit.
If not, we can get rid of it.
Nah, for sure. You can watch a little bit.
You could be able to devise a very effective business plan that like really made sense. The AI would sort of guide you step by step. Like, this is what you're going to do to achieve success. It'll probably even break it down if you write for 20 minutes every day.
He's talking specifically about comedian right here.
That will increase your time of material by 50 minutes over the course of the next 10 months. And if you like do all the calculations, like, holy shit, is that real? And if you really thought about it that way, like through artificial intelligence, you let it guide your career, it would probably do a fucking amazing job of like putting you into the perfect position to be. I mean, if artificial
so we're going to be
intelligence
auditioning against motherfuckers, an artificial intelligence guy. You sending your tape in, and then they got a motherfucker that's audition like this. Hey, I need Joe to be a police officer, arrest these guys for stealing.
Donnell, we have to realize we're that close to them there being fake people. We're that close.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm dead before they show up.
No, it's
because I already deal with regular fake people.
The main thing they might do is get rid of the police and just have like robots.
I think that's what he's about to say. Something not quite like that, but in that
I can see
same
that
spot.
happening though.
We got artificially.
That's what. That's kind of what iRobot was.
Yeah.
With Will Smith. They were putting a bunch of robots instead of the police.
Creating fake people. Oh, Hollywood is fucking dead.
Oh, they're in trouble. Oh, Hollywood's dead.
They'll be way better at pulling you over
for
and
real
shit.
though. Hollywood's dead. Just
You
looking
part
at
of
that
it.
movie.
You buried it. You helped bury it.
I didn't do shit.
Yes, you
What
did.
did I do? I just
you
abandoned ship.
You helped bury it.
I think we're gonna have President AI. That's what I think.
There you
They
go.
went even farther with
People
it.
are too
Yeah.
emotional and easily distracted
I think
and
it's
too
just
corrupt.
having too much fun.
And just like this, the percentage of corruption is costing.
That's what iRobot was too. The one calling the shots in the end was just a fucking artificial intelligence, big computer brain.
Obviously, like
That's scary, right?
the main concerns generally from the beginning have always been like, okay, like
No way to regulate it.
For sure. What if it becomes too smart? Completely conscious or whatever, and it turns on everyone. It's dangerous.
It
starts
can make
killing
its
shit.
own thing.
Right.
You just open a Pandora's box.
Just like in Star Wars, I mean, just all the droids, the clones, like, I mean, yeah, they're just body, they're just programmed.
Baby shit could happen.
Right, for sure. And then, obviously, too, taking people's jobs. I mean, dude, it puts a lot of people out of work.
Something that we make that makes something That's crazy as fuck to think about.
We make something that makes something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you, yeah.
That makes our species like a grandpa. It's like, how old and crusty do you think we are as a species now? Think about it that way. It's crazy. Yeah, it's like, think about it, hero.
So we're going to have
incorrect allocation of
so-
money to this and that, and yeah, AI.
AI
AI is going to take
president.
over.
It's like having Ultron, but without the Avengers. We are fucked.
Yeah.
AI president, yeah.
An
Not
AI
kidding.
a lot of people with actually what you're smoking right now, Joe.
No.
So what you do? You vote for this? How does it?
Well, here's the thing: if they really want complete total control, they'll trick you into telling you that you don't need to vote anymore, because AI is going to equitably distribute all wealth, all social services.
I wish I could just bob him.
All housing, everything's going to be even for everybody. AI knows how to do it. It's going to stop all international conflict. It's going to have a perfect carbon neutral existence while powering everything up. But it has to take control.
But somebody has to be in control of what you
Not
ask
necessarily.
Somebody. So it's just could be
It's
anybody.
not necessarily. No, not
Nobody's
necessarily.
going to be able to control the information you give AI to do everything you just said.
No. What happens is
He thinks another J is coming his way, right?
Called sentient.
He thinks he's really breaking him
Like,
off right here.
So
and
what it
sunning
is
him.
at a certain point in time, if artificial intelligence gets good enough, it's going to be autonomous. It's going to be able to control itself, and it's going to be able to make better versions of itself. It's not going to be as simple as you made a thing, and now I programmed into the thing what the parameters of this thing are, and now this thing can act like a person. No, you turn it into a life form, and then you say you have the ability to create better versions of yourself. Well, that thing
You're
is
scaring the shit out of me right now.
That thing's going to be a god. Okay? That thing that's going to be a god, that thing might be 4 years away from us right now.
Right.
Like, no bullshit. Like 2029, it might be a real thing by then with the way technology is moving so fast. Like, we didn't even think about AI being a
You
threat.
know how many deadbeat dads are going to leave if you could do an AI version of being a dad?
Oh, my God.
They're going to be like, fuck it, I'm out of here. You go fuck with Junior. I'm gone. I
turn it
can't
over to the
believe-
robot.
But you can believe there.
Human beings are going to live in alternative realities. It's not going to be as simple as, now all of a sudden there's artificial intelligence. It's artificial intelligence that can give you whatever elixir you need to keep you happy. And that's what it's probably going to do to people. It's probably going to figure out a way to sedate.
It's weird that it's weird how this AI is coming right at the time when a bunch of other stuff, which we're gonna get into towards the end of the episode, that's biblical is going on, and there's all these alien sightings, and you could argue it's demonic. It's coming right at the same time as this AI and robotic shit. I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but it's just a little too close together for me, for my liking.
No, just keep it
for
coming.
me, for here, for now.
Sounds like some Revelation stuff.
Yeah, but we're gonna get into something tied into Revelations towards the end of the episode. So,
People.
So how are people going
Keep
to
them calm.
How are people?
And let them stop breeding.
So how are people going to be able to work and provide for themselves? It's just going to be a different. It's going to be a different skill set. It's going to be different type of jobs.
Yeah.
How are humans going to be able to compete with AI?
Well, we're not. That's the thing. It's not possible. If
the issue.
they reach a certain point.
Yeah.
So if
One
you
of them
just think
anyways.
about, do you know what an exponential increase in technology is?
I don't.
Exponential means it's not as simple as like 1 + 1 = 2. It's you got to think that with each, like you know how they do like a funnel, and they have a quarter and they spin the quarter around the funnel, and at the bottom it gets faster and faster.
He's doing a bad job of
That's
explaining
how-
this.
see, I told you that's not a
Yeah.
good way to explain exponential.
Yeah.
The 2 + 2 = 4. 4 + 4 = 8. 8 + 8 = 16.
It's a multiplier.
Yeah, it's a multiplier.
I think we can fuck off this video.
Yeah.
All right.
Joe just brought it up trying to explain exponential growth.
So this is not really related to this at all, but this I just wanted to show like the other side of like I think I've mentioned on the podcast a time or two, but like we don't understand how like sound and vibrations and intention affect things. And this is just another thing of showing that like plants have the ability to like learn things and remember things, and there's just so much we don't understand about the nature of our reality. And this video is just showing like how plants are more alive than we know.
That stuff is very cool.
So it's like we're going towards AI, but then there's stuff about
nature that we don't even know.
Nature we don't even
It's
fully understand.
right here under our feet.
It's
literally.
crazy.
Yeah. I think I've shared it with you guys before, or at least talked about it. There's been several experiments about it, but yeah, like how if you talk to plants with like positive like words and affirmations and energy, it like helps it grow and it thrives and stuff like that. Whereas opposed to like if you just like talk shit to it every day and like say like hateful things with like bad negative energy and intentions, that like it'll die. And like they show it with like rice in a jar and like with snowflakes and the way the water freezes, like all kinds of things, how vibration and energy really affects
Isn't
it.
that what you said on the previous podcast, Logan?
Yeah.
In ways that we don't know, like you said, or that you know is not like
So
mainstream known to the public.
It's hypnotizing.
Yeah, there's a reason it's kind of hidden.
Yeah.
There's reasons that they don't want us to know about it.
So yeah. Okay. Now,
oh brother,
I guess we're gonna get into.
Wait, his nails are painted.
Some of the P Diddy stuff.
You like that?
And I saw someone else that was like not really well known artist, but now I'm gonna show the audience. We're getting into Lil Baby is painting his nails. We've seen Drake and Yachty do it, but it's just all these hip hop guys are getting influenced and influencing others into doing the wrong type of thing. So this is, I just thought was like,
what did he say? He received back hugs from the Diddler. Dude, that dude.
That's good, right?
He's ruthless. I love that guy.
The Diddler, yeah.
The Diddler.
I mean, he's not wrong.
From the Diddler.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. That's so accurate.
Nah, man. He's already looking sus on that one, man. The Diddler.
That reminded me about a video I want to react to real quick. Get by this ad and then we'll watch a little bit of this, maybe the first like 5 minutes or so.
Vlad.
Oh wow, another ad. It's good, all right.
Guns blazing. Remember, even though he may be a billionaire, he also deserves a presumption of innocence. He's facing very serious.
Worked closely with Sean Harvey Weinstein and developed
This is our
various
boy Vlad.
industries. Why rap and hip hop pretty well emerged unscathed? Do you think that what's going on now with Diddy is indicative of a sea change moment for rap and hip hop?
Well, I don't think hip hop has gone unscathed. I mean, R. Kelly is essentially hip hop. I mean, although he sings, but he is overlapping with hip hop. So this has been happening in hip hop for a while. You're seeing it happening with Russell Simmons. So yeah, hip hop has not been free and clear of this. Something that everyone's had to deal with.
Yeah, that's pretty smooth.
What do you make of what's happening with Diddy?
I mean, it's hard to say. He hasn't been charged with anything. I mean, it looks bad. I mean, social media is having a field day. They're calling him the Diddler. They're saying no Diddy whenever they say something questionable.
Go back one more time. I'm
But
sorry.
at
Go
the
back.
end of the
Go
day,
back.
it's not really up to
It's loud and
social
clear.
anything. I mean, it's something that everyone's had to deal with.
What do you make of what's happening with Diddy?
I mean, it's hard to say. He hasn't been charged with anything. I mean, it looks bad. I mean, social media is having a field day. They're calling him the Diddler, and they're saying no Diddy whenever they say something questionable.
No
but At the end of the
Diddy.
day, it's not really up to social media or the public. It's really up to the authorities. And unlike an R. Kelly, Puffy has hundreds of millions of dollars, and he's going to be able to get the absolute best defense. And ultimately, we'll see what happens in the courtroom.
Yeah, he has all the goddamn money.
Mark Curry, you worked.
Vlad's
at
coming with
Bad
some
Boy
good points,
Records.
right?
You know
Yeah.
Diddy well. Worked with him, for him. Are you surprised by the revelation?
Did he ever go on Vlad? No, I doubt it. Right?
I don't think so.
To me, it took me by shock because
Who's that cat?
Some
One of the
guy that
most
was on some songs
successful
with him back in the day. I
music
think.
artists, business people in the music business we've ever seen.
Vlad thinks he's handling business right.
Oh,
and standing
fuck,
on
dude.
it.
He's a billionaire.
A variety of
Diddy.
different strands.
Wow.
That's
coming
crooked,
off
right?
his music. He's, for many people, think he's a genius when it comes to
Oh.
both making music and for the business of music. And we live in an era where, because of social media, it's very hard when you get into the eye of a storm like this. It's very hard for him, a man we've just heard so compellingly from Mark Curry there, likes to be in control. You suddenly feel like you're losing control, and it's quite hard to control any narrative, and it's quite hard to keep that narrative fair. We all want to believe in innocent until proven guilty, but it's almost impossible, isn't it, with social media?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You're going to get judged one way or another, but then again, there's always just the news cycle of it all. If you look at last year, Kanye was getting canceled by everybody. He had lost a $1 billion deal with Adidas. Every major corporation, from Universal to even the hardware company he was working with to release his music, dropped him. And now look, he has the #1 song in the country, right? I mean, that's just undeniable. The #1 song in the country is Kanye West featuring Ty Dolla $ign, Carnival. So, and that was put out independently. So it just kind of shows that people have a short memory, and if you put out something that people enjoy, they'll forget.
Dude, Vlad comes off really in touch and on point in this interview.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
What were you gonna say?
Is it Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign on the
I think
Carnival?
there might be one more person on that song.
Dude.
Or maybe that's the original and they had a remix or something like that.
Yeah.
His beard almost looks fake.
I'm sure it has like some spray in or like
something.
dye or
Enhancements,
something.
yeah.
DJ Vlad, bitch.
He wants you to know he's a rich
and
man.
forgive and just enjoy
fuck,
whatever
man.
art that you have. Just like, for
I'm
example,
gonna try to find it without us having to watch like too much of this, but there's a point in here where he has a good story about him and Diddy.
Travis Scott, when the whole, concert happened and the kids died, his album was put on hold, Nike delayed his sneaker, everything else like that. A year later, he put out his album once again and went #1, huge concert, huge merch, everything else like that. People have a short memory. So it's really gonna be what ultimately happens, and the only way he could really get canceled is if he gets put in prison like R. Kelly.
Mark, where does he rank Sean Combs? Purely on talent, where does
Sean Combs?
Drink Champs. Recently, I talked about an incident years and years ago where we were at a club and Diddy was there as well as me. And a guy that was working with Diddy approached me and said that Diddy really liked my jacket and asked if he could buy it off me. I said, no, thank you. But that's the type of things that he has people do.
Vlad, you wearing it now?
Are you wearing it now?
Piers Morgan thinks that's the big player jacket, right?
Yeah, look at Vlad.
Vlad's enjoying it.
He wants to buy the jacket off of Vlad right now.
And the lawyer's loving it a little bit too.
Yeah, no, they're all smirking. Look at that. That's
It's good.
That should be a meme right there.
Yes, that is. Look at all three of them. They're
Sweet cheese
smitten.
and
They're
bastards.
smitten.
They are.
No, I'm not wearing it now. I don't have the jacket anymore.
I do like that jacket. So I'm just
Piers wants to
asking.
buy that one off of him right now.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think those are the
Okay.
best moments from that.
Yeah,
interview.
for sure.
So
That was pretty
That
good.
was a good video.
Yeah, that was a good video. Dude. All right.
This is Meek Mill.
Hope.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
My first thought was simple. Wait.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
You deserve it, daddy.
Ah, dude, they're getting weird.
Here's another good one that makes LeBron look real good.
He was kind of been over too in the pool.
Yeah, he was looking very suspect.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's
what's
what's
up,
up.
LeBron?
Yeah.
That's
hey,
crooked.
everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up.
He knows.
That was real crooked.
Uh-huh. Diddy was very happy with that one too.
Oh, he was smitten with that.
Yeah, I know. This one was good.
Fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck because you can't shoot nobody anyway. And the reason why you got talk is because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta come at me, because part.
He almost wanted to say fucking fag.
And get out of jail is that you promise that you gonna go pull my coat car. So y'all niggas shut the fuck up about me. Now let me say it calm. You niggas shut the fuck up about. You shut the fuck up about Michael.
Right.
I'm Michael now. Every Michael you can think of, but mostly Godfather Michael now. But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you.
I love him for that one.
That was like a year ago, I think.
He couldn't take it.
No. And then here's another little rant by Boosie about all this shit.
Down for. I don't hear none of them niggas who was at Diddy's shit toasting with that champagne every year.
Yeah.
Having speeches with, man. Nobody speak up for this man.
Yeah.
So as soon as they say something. When you're on top of the world, it's a celebration. When you're
That bald guy in the back wants to give Diddy a massage real bad, right?
Oh, yeah. You see going up, you're going to see coming down. All them motherfuckers, all with them suits on, with their cups up. Ain't nobody said nothing.
Exactly.
They ain't, fool. Man, as soon as they say something, they in the car.
Left New York City.
Is that Kevin Hart?
But remember Boosie? Just left New York City, hooked up with P. Diddy.
He said on Vlad he doesn't say that anymore. He
What do
doesn't
you
perform
mean?
that anymore.
Okay.
Oh.
But so that's Kevin Hart on the left, right?
Yep.
Yeah, dude, it's like Meek Mill,
He's
like you were
loving on
saying.
him.
Rick Ross, it's like, dude, these guys have some explaining to do, my friend.
Yeah, Rick Ross is the one who signed Meek Mill, and he's been signed to Puff for like 20 years.
Ooh.
Don't let his fat ass get out of this. Oh,
Yeah.
how many backs has he blown in?
Ooh.
Who got Lil Snoop killed, really? Puff Daddy has a lot of blood on his hands and a lot of explaining to do.
Because Meek Mill's a shit stain. So
We
the fact that
bad
he came up
boys
and he's
for
still
life.
relevant was all of a Little Snoop.
We ain't going nowhere.
I didn't even like Little Snoop like that, but Meek Mill just totally stole
He
that.
totally just fucked him over
Well,
for some money.
Little Snoop was a lot better than Meek Mill, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
For
that's my
sure.
point.
Yeah.
But the fact that he should not even be relevant, he's a shit stain.
Meek Mill?
Meek Mill.
I agree.
He's terrible.
Oh, no, I hate
he's
him.
terrible.
He's not
So
good
the
at
fact
all.
that he's even relevant, it's like, dude, he fucked Little Snoop.
Yeah. All right. The next thing we were gonna get into, I believe, was some of the political shit, and has to do with Trump. I've been covering stuff frequently with this, but this is getting into Trump, and like everyone knows he's fucking Mr. Moneybags. Like that's one of the biggest well-known things about him is that he's got millions and billions, and you know all the shit he does. And anyway, he's now asking for like donations and contributions, and like it's just funny that he's asking like all the broke people for money. But he is going through a lot of lawsuits and shit, and there's some crooked shit with that we're also going to watch and react to, so we'll get into it.
All right, if you're just joining us right now, we have some breaking news to report out of New York. This is where a state appeals court judge has just granted Trump's request to stay the $464 million judgment in his New York civil fraud case. The court has granted him 10 days to pay a reduced bond of $175 million.
And our Errol Barnett is joining
So they
us
went down from 400 and something million to 175 million. They more than cut it in half.
now. He's outside the Manhattan courtroom covering this hearing for us. Errol, update us with all that you know.
Errol.
Well, Vlad and Chanel, this is a significant win, you could call it, for former President Trump, although it just grants him a bit more breathing room and it reduces the amount of money he would need to put up as he continues to insist that he's innocent. Just to recap for everyone,
This is a civil case, not a criminal case. And it's fraud about him. I don't even know what all it entails, to be honest with you.
This is the civil fraud trial which claimed that the Trump Organization, that's Donald Trump, his sons Eric and Don Jr., as well as Alan Weisselberg and others, inaccurately and fraudulently submitted documents, banking statements as it relates to Donald Trump's net worth and the value of his properties. We all know Trump Tower
Cutie pie.
includes 40 Wall Street and many others as well. Now, a judge already ruled that over the course of many years, Trump and his associates had overestimated their value by the billions, almost $2 billion. And in the judgment was that former President Trump had to pay at least $400.
It seems like a political assassination.
For sure. I mean, dude, fudging numbers, though, I mean, that's a story as old as time.
Well, I shouldn't have a trial. This is not a trial. This is not an act of criminality.
But you are having one. So do you
I don't know if we're having one. We're going to be appealing right now. I can tell you that. We did nothing wrong, just like I did nothing wrong in the other case. My statements, my financial statements, were conservative. They were low, not high. I mean, he valued Mar-a-Lago at a tiny fraction of what it is. He's the fraud. He created a fraud in order to help his narrative.
This is good. He gets so hurt that they undervalued his...
And I think it's coming out that they did.
That they did?
Yeah.
Oh, no, for sure. No, but it's just good, like, how that hurts him.
He's a good character.
He's just...
They give him, like, softball underhand things that he just hit home runs.
Yeah, you're right.
And it makes him look like... But they're fucking me. I can't believe it. It's the biggest... This judge is the biggest criminal ever. I don't do any coke. They don't need to see my bank statements.
It's good, too, because you can just see, like, his ego argument, like, why it hurts him so much.
Yeah.
He's just like, no, let me set this straight. He's like, this is just ridiculous. It's like...
It has become so obvious that they want you to think that he's, like, the bad boy rebel. It's like, that is, like, what they want a certain level of bots to think. It's so obvious.
They're pitching a narrative, for
yeah,
sure.
for sure.
And her narrative.
You can tell so easily.
Because he does whatever she wants. And the judge is really, what he's done is fraudulent. He made Mar-a-Lago, you know it very well, Maggie. He made Mar-a-Lago into $18 million. I had many offers. They said, I'll give you 19.
18 million.
He can't take that.
Okay? You could take half of the living room is worth more than that. So it's worth anywhere from 50 to 100 times that amount. And he stays with it. So he's either whacked out or dishonest, one or the other. Or both, probably both. But he's a disgrace to the system. And I think that New York State was helped a lot today by the decision. I'll give you.
We are continuing and winning the fight to make America great again. But these Soros-backed prosecutors and politicians, Democrats, all that are...
Soros? He said his name?
Soros-backed politicians.
That's good.
How much do you think he's a good man?
After us, we have to go out, we have to fight. They're communists, they're fascists, they're lunatics, and they just don't stop. They don't know how to give up, and you got to hand it to them for that. But that's the only thing you got to give them credit for. They're bad people. They're against our country. They don't want our country to make it. There's something wrong with them, but we're fighting. We're
This
winning.
is so
We see what's
simple.
going on.
There's something wrong with
Whatever
them.
you can do to help financially would be fantastic because we have to beat it. If it's $5 or $10 or $100, whatever you can do, we've got to do it. We're going to win, and we're going to make America great again.
Please, any money you have left over that you were going to save, I need it now.
And greater than ever before. Thank you very much.
If you send him money, you are a fucking retard. Let me just put that out
Give you
there.
an example. Truth Social is doing very well. It's hot as a pistol and doing great.
Hot as a
And it's
pistol.
going and the New York Stock Exchange wants to have us badly. And I told them we can't do the New York Stock Exchange. You're treated too badly in New York. We don't want to do the New York Stock Exchange. And the people at the Stock Exchange are very, very upset about it. The top person is mortified, can't believe it.
Mortified.
He said, I'm losing business because of New York, because people don't want to be in New York and they don't want to go on the New York Stock Exchange. So you can ask them about it. But, how can you do that? I'd love to go on the New York Stock Exchange. It was always, it would be a big thing to go on the New York Stock Exchange. That'd be nice. But people aren't going on the New York Stock Exchange now because of what's happening in New York, because they don't want to be attacked by a thug like this horrible Attorney General that we have in New York, the worst in the whole country. So we'll decide about Truth Social and what we do with it. But there's just an example of how this is hurting New York and New York State. Yeah.
Mr. President, can you give us a little bit more detail about the timing of when you plan to secure the bond and how exactly you're planning to pay the bond?
Well, as I say, I have a lot of cash. You know I do because you looked at my.
I got a lot of cash.
As they say, I have a lot of cash. He's throwing that around, right?
You
He's
missed it,
advertising
Weston.
it.
Huh?
I said he's advertising it. He's throwing that around.
Oh.
That's one of his favorite ones.
They're
right?
throwing him those softballs. Just, oh, Mr. Trump, how will you pay for it? He's like, well, I got
Cash,
cash.
Mr. Moneybags.
He thinks he has money
My
back.
statements. I mean, you've been examining my statements for a long time, and I have much more than that in cash. But I would also like to be able to use some of my cash to get elected. They don't want me to use my cash to get elected. They don't want that. They don't want me taking cash out to use it for the campaign. And they looked at it, and this judge looked at it, and he's part of the whole deal. And well, he's
Would you just look at it? And he's part of the whole deal.
such a disgrace for this city. Again, the most overturned judge. There's never been that we can find a case where a judge has been overturned now 5 times. It was 4 times, now it's 5 times. Been overturned. But I have a lot of cash and a great company.
Woo!
He keeps saying
In case
that
you didn't hear it the first 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
A great company, a company that's doing very well. I've got very low debt on buildings, like this building. I have very low debt on this building. Most buildings I have no debt. Most clubs I have no debt. Look at my greatest assets, I have no debt. I didn't even include like brand value, and the brand value is, I became president because of the brand, let's say.
I mean, he thinks he is flexing all of his guns right now.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't swap it for any other brand in the world. Trump. I don't even put anything.
He wouldn't swap it for any other brand.
I wouldn't
in the
swap it for any
world.
other brand. Trump. I mean, he thinks he is a big dog. Big dog, bitch.
He thinks he's very tough to contain.
I have a lot of cash. They won't use it, but I have a lot of cash.
Believe me, I have more cash than anything.
Down for it. I had very conservative statements. And the way they made him look bad is by valuing Mar-a-Lago at $18 million instead of what the real value is, which was at least 50 to maybe 100 times more. Think of that. This is the fraud.
Think of that. I don't know. I'm about done.
They're
with this
creating
one,
a
but it was pretty
fraud,
good.
and they're hurting
Yeah.
the state so badly.
Yeah, that's probably the main gist.
And then I can't.
He said he had a lot of cash about 4 or 5 times.
No,
Trump?
at least. He
Yes.
I have a lot of cash. I have a lot of cash.
He wanted you to know he has fucking money bags.
We'll take $10, 100, whatever you need.
Yeah.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
really. Let's
Right. Literally.
watch
Well, as
this.
they say, I have a lot of cash. You know I do because you looked at my statements. I mean, you've been examining my statements for a long time, and I have much more than that in cash. But I would also like
No,
to
he's
be able to
throwing it
use
around.
some of my
Much more
cash
than-
to get elected. They don't want me to use my cash to get elected. They don't want that. They don't want me taking cash out to use it for the
Dude, he thinks he's cashless.
Yeah.
campaign. And they looked at it, and this judge looked at it, and he's part of the whole deal. And well, he's such a disgrace for this city. Again, the most.
He thinks he's
overturned
Republican,
judge.
but his money is all
There's
blue,
never
right?
been that we can find.
I'm not even sure.
case
Could be, though.
where judges
No,
been
I'm
overturned
just
now
saying
5
blue
times.
isn't
It was 4
like
times,
straight
now it's
hundreds.
5 times.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he is.
But I have a lot of cash and a great company. I mean, to think they want to go after a company. This is a great company, a company that's doing very well. I've got very low debt on buildings, like this building. I have very low debt on this building. Most buildings I have no debt. Most clubs I have no debt. Look at my greatest assets. I have no debt. I didn't even include like brand.
Oh, damn. That was the best part. I was about to.
And the brand values, most buildings I have no debt. Most clubs I have no debt. Look at my greatest assets. I have no debt. I didn't even include like brand value. And the brand values, I became president because of the brand, let's say. But the brand value it's one of the most valuable brand values. So I think I wouldn't swap it for any other brand in the world. Trump. I don't even put
Trump.
anything down for it. I had very.
He's crooked. It was by the way, Trump. He's a fuck.
Crime Crusades, Donald Trump is desperate for cash, and while it might look like he just pulled a rabbit out of a
I
hat,
thought he had all the cash in the world.
Which one is it?
today's debut of his media company on the stock exchange, the full story is complicated and way
They
more
got his
trouble.
ass in that picture.
Dig into all of that, but first remember, Trump has been hawking anything with his name on it, of course, for his entire life. That's his shtick. Recently, as he's being squeezed by astronomical legal bills, running a campaign getting outraised by the other side, his selling has gone into overdrive. Trump's latest branded merchandise includes the Victory 47 cologne by President Trump, described as, quote, the signature scent of strength and success encased in a luxurious gold bottle.
I think he's coming for
Guilty
victory,
bust of
right?
Trump serving as the cap. The collector's piece can be yours for just $99. Trump's scents are available alongside
there's
his
the
line of
shoes I was
sneakers,
talking about.
including the Never Surrender high tops, quote, bold, gold, and tough, just like President Trump. Limited edition pairs went for $399.
For $400, my friend.
Come
on. No, those are ugly. They're disgusting.
And just today, the ex-president introduced a new product, the God Bless the USA Bible, named for country singer Lee Greenwood's classic tune. For just $59.99 plus tax and shipping, you can own an easy-to-read, large print copy.
All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. It's my favorite book. It's a lot of...
And I have many. Yeah. Someone was like, what's your favorite verse?
People's favorite book. This Bible is a reminder that the biggest thing we have to bring back America and to make America great again is our religion. Religion is so important. It's so missing, but it's going to come back, and it's going to come back strong, just like our country is going to come back strong. I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again.
Okay, really stuck the landing there. Now, you may be wondering what makes this Bible so special. Well, as the website makes sure to note, in the frequently asked questions
I'm not talking down on
section,
praying, but he's just greasy.
Officially endorsed by President Trump. And if you're wondering...
I think that's all I really needed from that video, but just to see the products that...
I mean, he is really greasing out on that one.
Yeah. This is just a quick thing. I know y'all are fans of the Mr. Wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
He was talking about how he thinks it was sensible that they came down. And it almost just adds to the kind of thing we were talking about before, where this really seems like political assassination, where like they're charging Trump for like $400 million and they drop it down like 175. It's like, okay, why are y'all even fucking around? Like, just charge him what the fuck you need to charge him and move on. But it's like all this fucking games and here and there just to see if he will use whatever.
It's just a big show.
Because he probably does have roughly around $500 million cash, and that's probably what it takes to become president, and that's exactly what they were trying to charge him with. So it's like I don't know, it's just seeming shady. But.
How recent is this video?
Let's see. 4 days ago.
Okay.
So March
Pretty recent.
25th.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's bond in that civil fraud case. He will still have to pony up about $175 million within 10 days' time.
Mr. Wonderful.
He says he'll do it promptly and he'll do it with cash. But the news comes that he's on the verge of making billions after his social media company, True Social, goes public. Kevin O'Leary now, chairman of O'Leary Ventures, with us now. Let's take it one at a time. First, on the federal appeals.
Look at him. He's glad to be
lowering.
there.
He just shot out a message saying Trump Tower remains mine, huge victory. How do you see it, Kevin?
I look at this from a completely different point of view. Let's go up to 30,000 feet and talk about the American economy, our ability.
He thinks he's Superman. He's going to take you up to the clouds and talk about it. He's like, let's go up to 30,000 feet.
Remain number one worldwide, and most importantly, attracting foreign capital to invest in America. And the concept and why that happens and has for over 175 years is...
I think he's telling you what the fuck's
Yeah,
going on.
I think his business got Don breaking it down.
25 times.
He is.
So this is very important because if you're going to go over to the Middle East or to Denmark or Europe, where I'm going next week to raise money for American projects, notably data centers, when they give $3 billion to you, they want to know their property rights are protected. And so what was happening in New York was extremely scary. And I have to admit to you, in the last 2 weeks, I kept telling them before our meetings, don't worry, the adults will step in. Something will happen to advance the appellate process. Your rights are protected. Imagine me telling foreign investors that as they watch this roll out in New York. Thank goodness the adults came to the rescue. And now he
thinks the Justice League stepped in and stopped him, right?
Kinda.
We have a process beginning, a 60+% reduction in this infraction fee, and that really should be getting more to what's balanced. Trump assuring everybody he has the cash to back the bond. These are good advancements towards keeping the stable
Anyway, that's his 10 cents on it. He was pro it getting reduced and just made it seem like it was a common sense thing to do politically. Politically, metaphorically.
Alex Jones. Bill Hicks.
This is just a picture, I think, of
his Trump Bible.
The Bible, which we kind of already went over, but just in time for Easter also, which I didn't really consider.
Oh wow,
he knows what he's doing. Right?
Yeah, I mean it's good marketing, I guess.
This is an ad that I think I have screen recorded.
This is a different one from the other one earlier, right?
$5, $10, or even $25. I know that times could be tough, and they are tough under this horrible president that we have, crooked Joe Biden. So if you can't contribute now, don't even think about it. Don't do it. You got to take care of your family and yourself. I want you to do that first.
Don't even
But
think
with your
about it.
donation
It's like, oh, you
today,
want us
we
to
will
think
win
about
back
it.
the
You just
White
put that thought
House.
in your
We
head.
will make America great again, greater than ever before. I promise you that. Thank you.
Woo! That's beauty, isn't it?
And like other videos, he's literally just, I mean, big money bag, flexing much
Got a
as
lot
he
of
can.
cash.
He just all I have is cash.
You've seen the reports, but I've got even more cash.
He's a piece of shit.
And he just comes out here, just $5, please, man.
100, whatever you have,
man.
please.
Yeah, whatever
like,
you have,
wow.
please. But then he's also just don't even think about it. Like, which one is it? What do you want from me?
He's a fucking scamming
Jesus.
motherfucker, isn't he? And then this is just like a little side note to add insult to injury.
Oh.
He has a Trump-free website where you can get all kinds of brainwashing for your kids for free.
Oh, wow.
Look at this.
God, I think not, bud.
Go to hell, right?
Wow. I mean, that's, wow.
And then our last topic was kind of in-depth, so I don't know if we want to just kind of skip that.
How long have we been on?
Probably like a good hour and a half, if not more.
What's the topic you were?
It was the red heifer thing, which
I
would
know
probably go
nothing
another
about
like
that.
30 minutes or so. We might just skip that.
Yeah, just save it
Unless
for.
you really...
Nah, something I definitely want to touch on just while we're on the politics subject is my shtick, my spiel, man. I think more people should realize that it's just all the same game, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry to break your little hearts, but your vote doesn't count. And the left and the right, it's just like all it's made to do is just divide the people and like get us mad at each other about like little stuff. And I mean, the presidents, you know, like they're selected, they're not really elected. It's not.
I mean, even if they're not selected and your vote does count, which it probably doesn't, it's like the choices are just stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
It's like they don't give you any options. Logan, I know.
I had something to say about that.
Yes.
I was talking to my boss the other day, and I was asking him, like, okay, who are you voting for, Trump or Biden? He's like, oh, I'm voting independent. I was like, oh, you know, your vote literally like doesn't count, right? And he was like, oh, yeah, I understand that, but I like don't agree with the other two people and like the system, like their role in the system or whatever. So like, I'm gonna
Can't be completely mad at that.
But
he feels like he's
I
trying.
understand that, but as I was telling you on the last episode, how electoral votes work, and I don't know if I've told you or if you already know or whatever.
I understand.
But like, essentially, if that third party doesn't win at least 51% of the votes, it literally, your vote is zero, big boy. Like because the way electoral votes, you win 51% of the vote, you get all those electoral votes, and that's all that matters.
It matters like by the state, which area.
Yes, the popular
how
vote
many,
literally does not matter.
Yeah.
How many? What is it? People on the electoral college represent each. You know.
Yeah. So it's quick. Like you said, there's a lack of options, but also the way the electoral college votes really fucks it up.
Something I wanted to piggyback off of what Weston said is that a way that I encourage people to look at it is that like, you know, people often you'll hear like, oh, you know, like this one, like whichever side you're on, whichever one you're loving or hating or going for, whatever. It's like, oh, this is just the lesser of two evils. It's like, okay, I understand that way of looking at it, but it doesn't even matter like to that degree, because if you vote either way, you're complicit. Like you're showing that you're down with it.
Yeah.
And by not voting, it's like, guess what? We're not down with it either way. So I mean, that's just you know something to ponder for a minute, but
yeah, I definitely agree with that
for sure. I mean, I guess if nobody voted, which is never
not voting doesn't do anything either, though. I feel like it's the same. Voting or not voting, I feel like it's the same. I just feel like either way,
that's
you're not
kind of the
doing
point.
anything.
I mean, that's the point. Yeah,
No, but I think
that voting doesn't count.
But I don't think it's not better. Like obviously we don't vote because we're not down with the bullshit. But I don't think not voting would do anything either.
That's one step.
Like I don't think that's better.
No, yeah, it's one step away from the crooked system, and then step two would be okay. Everyone that now didn't vote, if it's like around 50% or more, okay, let's all meet up one time a month and figure out what the fuck we're gonna do next.
No one can organize that though.
I would.
It'd be tough, but I mean,
you can't do it.
Why not?
They just, I mean, they're in control of the numbers and all that stuff too. So it's like, who really even knows? You know, at the end of the day, like, how many people voted? Who voted for what? Like, I mean,
That's why it was scary during COVID that they were banning like large gatherings, because that's how you can still figure shit out. Like
how people talk amongst the community and stuff like that, share ideas,
and that's how people like grow support like organically and shit like that. So I don't know. Well, was there anything else y'all wanted to cover?
I think I'm pretty much good.
Yeah. We only been going for like an hour and a half.
Short and sweet.
Yeah. But trying to think what for next time. I'm probably gonna try to maybe get another guest, and I need to try to get an episode with Josh going soon.
Oh yeah,
he's been hella
Josh
busy.
is probably missed.
Yeah. So, but other than that, it was good to have you on.
Absolutely, no. Appreciate you for having me.
Back on. Yeah.
No, I've been following the channel and absolutely loving it. Yeah, no, for sure. I'll be very happy to come back on, and shout out to all the people that maybe tune in from whenever Logan streamed the All-Star game.
Live stream.
Yeah, shout out the Philippines. Shout out shit everywhere across the world where they were tuning in.
Yeah, we appreciate all the viewers.
Shout out Joey Flex.
Yeah, shout out Joey Flex. He gives us a lot of tips.
A lot of feedback.
Good progress, G.
Yeah.
But
Brandon Dong.
I fuck with y'all and the podcast, and I'm glad to be here. And hell yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, Weston said y'all don't care about the behind the scenes, but I'm gonna be working to try to maybe improve some stuff. Continue working. So I won't fill y'all with the details, but I'm gonna be looking into improving stuff again. So kind of not get too stale and get too complacent. So this is episode 15. So we're kind of getting back on we were kind of stuck at 13 there for a minute. It seemed like kind of stuck in the mud, but we're getting the wheels spinning again.
Trying to stay consistent and keep
trying
putting
to
out content.
So this is episode 15, and we'll be back hopefully next week with 16.
Nose on the grindstone.
Hell yeah.
Let's get it.
All right, where's the smoke? We out.
All right, boys.